So outside of the whole tea with It Ends With Us, and yes, I've already reviewed it, I gave it like a 6 out of 10 because it was like mid at most. At least for me it was as someone who did not read the book, it was 2 hours and 10 minutes, but nothing of great, I guess you could say, significance happened until like the last 50 minutes. And there wasn't really a whole lot of payoff in terms of a resolution, which made me start thinking about a much older movie tonight that has kind of sort of the exact same problem, but not really. So follow this think train with me. And welcome to the 1980 film Private Benjamin, starring Goldie Hawn. A movie that had great premise, fantastic potential, and if I'm not mistaken was nominated for 3 Oscars or something like that. But the last like 20 minutes of the movie is such a fucking letdown. And if I had that one shot, that one opportunity, that lose yourself moment to direct a movie, I would remake this and I would give it the proper ending. Which also, come to find out, Nancy Meyers was a producer on here. But anyways, so what's Private Benjamin about? So Goldie Hawn's husband has a heart attack and dies in the middle of sex on their wedding night. And obviously she's upset, she's distraught, she has no idea what to do. Apparently she doesn't really have any employable skills, she's 28. But she's locked herself in a hotel room and she's calling on to one of those late night radio programs, kind of like Delilah. And she's talking about it over the radio. Well, there's a caller that comes in and he's like, hey, why don't you come by my office? I can help. Surprise! It's the army recruiter. Which, like, damn, that's dedication. But he's showing her the stations over in Monterey. I don't even know if there are stations in Monterey anymore. That's got condos and yachts. And you're going to be in the best shape of your life. And if you don't like it, you can quit. So she goes to boot camp. And, you know, at first she's having a really hard time. She doesn't want to be there. She even tried to sneak out, but then she got caught in the barbed wire and everybody got in trouble. And they tried to call her mom to take her home. And she's like, fuck y'all, I'm staying in. I'm going to prove myself. And then they go to war games and they catch a senior with a private. And things start getting better. Well, on graduation night, she meets a French gynecologist at a New Orleans bar. And they have a one-night stand. Well, then they find out what their MOSs are going to be. And Judy gets chosen as the only female special op. Because this is 1980. Which was great. I was so proud of her. I thought we were going to go somewhere. No. Because, you know, a couple tens of thousands of feet in the air, her senior tried to sexually assault her. And then tried to send her to Greenland to cover it up. And she's like, fuck no, you tried to hard R. Which she stood up for herself, and I'm so proud of her. He's like, well, I'll send you wherever you want to go then. And so she got sent to Belgium so that she could be in Europe. And she becomes some kind of buyer. I can't remember what her actual MOS was, but it doesn't really matter. Because then she goes to Paris to meet up with the French gynecologist, and then they get together. But then it turns out that he's a registered communist in France. And the army finds out, and they're like, hey, you can stay in the army or you can be with this guy, but you can't do both. Because again, this is 1980. So she leaves the army to be with this French guy, and they're going to get married. But he fucking sucks. Number 1, he's hung up on his ex. Number 2, I think he slept with the housekeeper. I stand corrected, he absolutely slept with the housekeeper. He also talked her to dyeing her hair into this fucking shade of orange that I can't even describe. So she actually walked out on his ass before the wedding and walked through the woods, and that was the last we saw of her. The end. Now, did I like it? See, that's what I'm saying. It has good potential. We have a great premise. But what the hell is that ending? I want to see her climb through the ranks. I want to see her have a good career. I want to see her get justice on that one guy. Like, the ending makes me so bummed out that I can only give it like a 6 out of 10. In 1980 was almost 45 years ago. It's time. Let's remake it. Let me remake it. Not that I have any experience. I don't think I even own a video camera. That's not the point though. So because of all that, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, bye. Over there, send the word over there, and we won't come back till it's over there.